Hey, welcome back to Pro Tip Tuesday. I'm Summer from Summerly Quilts, and today we're going to talk about how to fix those times when our seams don't match up, even when we try. And so here I have a 4-patch to show you where the corners just don't meet perfectly like I'd like them to. Now, usually this happens to me in a long row. And so I want to show you that when this happens, we don't have to take the entire seam out. And so I'm going to show you how I fix this, okay? Whether this is just in a single block or whether it is in a long row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my seam ripper, and I'm going to just take out a few stitches on either side of the intersection. Okay, and then let's pull it open. So now I have a little gap, but the ends are still together because I have them nice and lined up like I want them to be. So now I'm going to put these together, and I've told you before, and I'll place the link to the video on matching seams in the description, but you can feel when the seams match up. There's a practice. If you've never felt it before, you can feel it. See how it feels when it's together versus when it's apart, and learn that feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a pin in here, and I'm going to go into the seam and out of the seam. Just like that. Now, when you look at it, can you see how there's a gap here? Sometimes it'll just be on one side. Sometimes it's on both sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the side that is loose, that has that extra, is going to go on the bottom when I sew so that it can be taken up by the feed dogs. And I'll show you how we do that. So I'm going to put that looser side on the bottom. When I start to sew, I'm also going to make sure that I'm sewing over the last few stitches. I try to sew over at least 3 of them, and that makes it so that I don't have to necessarily backstitch. So I'm going to go over that. Now, as I come across here, I'm going to lift this up so that that loose part is on the bottom and this is stretched. And again, I'm going to make sure I go over at least 3 stitches. And look, I've got a couple of little threads to pull here, but other than that, we've got a perfect seam. I hope this was helpful. If you liked this and would like to see other content similar to this, I'd really appreciate it if you would give the video a like, comment below with your thoughts on this tutorial, and if you have any questions or any other kinds of tutorials or Pro Tip Tuesdays you'd like to see. Also, it's really helpful if you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on next week's or the week's afters. And have a great day.